I'm Laura Sesso and I'm the middle school guide here at Undercroft. I've been at Undercroft for 12 years, first as a parent and then for the past 4 years as the middle school guide. I love working with adolescents. Here in the middle school we get a great opportunity to be able to really get to know each student individually. Maria Montessori believed that adolescence was a critical period for forming identity. So we get the opportunity to find out who the kids are and help them discover who they want to become. I love teaching adolescents because it's such a fun age. They just really enjoy learning about new things. They enjoy doing things. They're very hands-on. They like to find out how things work, and they like to learn how to do things for themselves. Up to this point, so many things they've been told what to do. And this is really the first time in their lives where they get the opportunity to be able to decide for themselves what should be done and how to do it. And it's a very exciting time to work with kids. One thing I love about Montessori and the Montessori curriculum is that from a very early age, the students get the opportunity to really understand concepts through manipulating materials instead of just hearing about them or watching a video. They actually get to put their hands on and really understand and have a concrete understanding of a concept. And what's really neat is when they get to middle school, they're able to remember those concepts that they've gained from primary and lower elementary and upper elementary and use those to expand and to create their own new experiments in science. For example, if we're studying the atom and we're talking about the structure of an atom, many times students will talk about things that they've done in other classrooms, and they have a mental picture already of how an atom is formed and the actual molecular connections between protons and neutrons, and then how the electrons actually orbit the shell. They already have an understanding of that, so it's not just a flat picture that they see, but they actually have that mental image of a three-dimensional object in their head. So it's really a great way for them to be able to take what they've learned from the younger grades and then build upon that and then create their own new experiments that they can try in middle school. Especially in math, I think the Montessori curriculum is really strong. And one thing that I see, kids that are coming in from the upper elementary classes into middle school, and this is something that I've seen in other schools that don't necessarily apply. The kids don't have the basic understanding of the vocabulary of math. And it's a language in itself, and you have to have an understanding of that vocabulary. And I think that Montessori really does a good job of creating a curriculum that really emphasizes using that language all the way through, from primary all the way through middle school. So the vocabulary that they've gained for these younger grade levels allows them to then move into algebra and geometry and already have a great understanding, a great base, so that when we get to these abstract topics, they can understand in their head, oh, I know what this shape is, a rhombus. Okay, we have specific names for, it's not just a parallelogram, it's a rhombus. And that precision that is found all the way through the Montessori curriculum is very important when you're getting to that abstract thinking in higher math. So the base that they get in the lower grades really allows them to achieve and move at a faster pace in the middle school, in the math area. When middle school students leave and move on to high school, there's really a variety of things that they can do. Some students are able to test out of Algebra 1. Some students are able to take an advanced algebra class and speed through it quickly. And other students just have a great basic understanding and take that opportunity to go into entry-level Algebra 1, but have a good basis and an understanding so that, with all the other pressures of high school, they've got math down and they don't have to worry. This is something that they can feel confident in and still achieve in high school. So it's a great preparation for high school math. Maria Montessori's curriculum in writing and in language is very strong, and the preparation that they get in the younger grades in lower elementary and upper elementary, in their reading comprehension skills and vocabulary, greatly benefits them when they get to middle school. When they get to middle school, we start to tackle novels, and we start to grapple with what do I think about this, and how does this relate to me? And the students already have a good foundation of literary terms, metaphors, similes, all these things. They understand these things. So when we get to start talking about things, symbolism, it's something that they've already heard before and they really understand it. So when we deal with a difficult novel, for example, Animal Farm, which is a novel we're studying right now, that kids already have an understanding about symbolism. So when we're talking about the Russian Revolution and the characters of Animal Farm, they can already see the connection between, oh wait, okay, I think I know who lines up with who. And wow, this is such an interesting way to write. You know, to talk about, use a story like this to talk about such an important subject. So they have the ability to go ahead and make those connections that a lot of times we don't get to make on the middle school level, because we're so busy just dealing with those surface area or those surface level concepts that you can't really get to the deeper concepts and you can't make those connections. But in this middle school, we have the opportunity because there's a safety here in this class. We've provided a safe place for people to get their ideas out, to say something that may or may not be correct, but you know, it's something interesting that we can take as a topic and run with if we want to as a group and discuss it fully. Some of the other novels we read Lord of the Flies, we'll read A Tale of Two Cities, we really tackle a variety. And the thing that I like most about the novels that we read, not only the difficulty, some of them are very difficult, but there's just the choices that are available to the students. Because, you know, students are on different levels. We can still go in deep and have a better understanding of something and through literature. And we give the students opportunities to, one, choose a novel that they would like to read on a particular theme or something. And then two, we have a group novel that we all read together. So each cycle over the year, each cycle we have 2 novels, and over the year we'll read 10 novels, 5 of pretty heavy substance, and 5 that they get to choose personally for themselves. You know, there are some schools that would assign the novels, but they won't have the time to go into depth and discuss them. So it's more up to the student to just read the novel and possibly answer some comprehension questions and turn those in, and not really to be able to take the time to really discuss the novel and gain a deeper understanding of the content. Berea Montessori believed that kids, in forming their identity, also have this great desire to express themselves, and they have this need to express themselves. So one thing that we do here is we allow many choices of expression. So in the middle school, the students get an opportunity to choose electives. They can take art, and there's art on advanced level, so if they have a real desire and inclination towards art, they can actually spend extra time there and develop really strong skills in 3-dimensional or 2-dimensional art. We also have a great music program where students are encouraged to learn new instruments. The interest that's already there in music, which is very strong at middle school age, you know, young teenagers, they love music. We tap into that by offering a rock band program where they can get together with their friends and learn new instruments, play songs that they know and love, and really ignites their interest again in music and in this new form of communication that they haven't had the opportunity to share or to have before.
I'm on fire, and now I think I'm ready to bust a move. Check it out, I'm rockin' steady.
Hi, my name's Zach. I'm an 8th grader at Undercroft Montessori. I get to rock out with my friends and it's really fun.